it's Hannah and welcome back to the Cowgirl Museum Craft Corral. Today on the Craft Corral we are celebrating our Cowgirl honorees' favorite companions, the horse, by making a toilet paper horse marionette. So all you're going to need for this craft is 2 toilet paper rolls. I only have one here, but you actually need 2 because we're going to cut one in half to make the smaller part of the horse's head. You're going to need some glue. I have a little bowl that I put my glue in with a paintbrush. You'll need tissue paper or magazine clippings, whatever you would like to collage on your toilet paper roll. You'll need some beads. I also encourage you to use whatever you have laying around. If you have straws, if you have big wood beads, whatever you have to decorate your horse. You'll need some yarn of any color. You'll need some popsicle sticks. You'll need a hole punch, some scissors, and some tape. I have some blue tape, but you could also use masking tape, scotch tape, and if you have permission and you have it available, you could use hot glue, but be very careful. All right, let's get started. To get started, I just made a little bowl of Elmer's glue so it's easier to put my paintbrush directly in the glue. I put my little squares of tissue paper in a little box container so I can look around for the color I want, and I have my toilet paper roll. So to get started, I like to just put down a layer of glue just kind of evenly across the surface. So as I'm sticking down, I can kind of get a good idea of where my pieces can go. Once I've got a decent amount of glue on my paper towel, toilet paper roll, I'm gonna put down the color I want. So I'm gonna go for a pink and just start collaging on there. Go with an orange up here. And this isn't going to stick down, but that's okay because I'll go in and cover it up with glue later. I'm going to take a yellow, but instead of using a full square, I'm actually going to go and rip up the yellow to a couple of little squares. Add a little bit of glue. I'm going to put this on top of the orange actually. And as it dries, you'll see the layers of color of the tissue paper. Go over there, make sure that it's nice and glued down. One more yellow. And I'm going to finish off this section with a nice piece of blue. And there we go. Now you're just going to continue going all around your toilet paper roll until you're finished and you like how your colors have layered together. And then you'll wait for it to dry, either a couple of hours or overnight. My tissue paper is dry now on my toilet paper rolls. I have my full roll for the body and I have my half roll for the head. Now to start making the horse, what we're going to need is our hole punch and some yarn. I have about approximately 2 feet of yarn, but if you want your horse to be longer as a puppet or smaller, it's really up to you. So take your hole punch and the body, and we're going to need, to string it, we're going to need a hole on this side and a hole on this side on the top. So decide, looking at your pattern, what you would like the top to be. I think this would be a good one. So we're going to punch a hole here on the side and matching it up the best that you can, do the other side. Whoop. All right. And then for the head, we're not going to need it on both sides. We're going to need one going through the side and one going through the bottom so that his head will hang like this. I'm going to do right here and right here. Make sure that lined up. Don't let it fly across the room like I did. Now to start putting your puppet together, we're going to take our string and notice that I'm holding the two ends. We're going to put our end through, put one end through one of the holes and feed the other end through the toilet paper roll and up through the other hole. So we're hiding the string inside the body of the horse, and now he's going to hang like so. Now to attach the head, if we put it on right here, he's going to slide all the way down and rest against the body. And if you want that, that's totally fine. What I'm going to do is give him a bit of a neck by stringing some pony beads so he'll have a bit of height. I'm also going to do the same thing and give him some legs. Again, it's completely up to y'all, but I feel like my horse needs some legs to run through some fields. So on the bottom, I'm going to punch 2 holes side by side. Okay. And now I'm going to take some yarn and put the string through, some string through the bottom of the holes and put some beads on so he looks like he has some legs. And I'll show you what that looks like. As you can see, I finished putting the beads on my horse. All I've done is added a couple of beads just to give him a longer neck. And then underneath, to make the legs, I put one string of yarn for each side, and then the little yarn tails hang out as 4 legs. I just put 3 pony beads there and tied them with a knot, but you could use larger wooden beads, you could make his legs longer, you could use a straw, whatever you would like to do. A plastic or a paper straw would work. I also put some yarn here for a tail. And when I'm ready to make him into a marionette, I've hot glued together 2 popsicle sticks. You could also just use tape. I just happen to have a hot glue gun ready to go. If you do choose to hot glue, be sure to have supervision. And all I'm going to do is take some blue tape and I'm going to tape down each of the edges to my popsicle stick. If you don't want your tape to be a color like blue, you could use Scotch tape, masking tape. You could also use glue. Just make sure it's nice and dry before you pick him up, or he could come crashing down. So I'm just going to put this down on the other side. All right. We are done. Okay, my friends, here are my 2 horse marionettes ready to go, galloping through a field or whatever play I would like to do. If you made horse marionettes, please share them with me on social media by tagging us at Cowgirl Museum. If you like this video, give it a like and share it on social media. And I hope to see you all again soon for another Cowgirl Craft Corral.